amplifier. We got the coax ready to go on the floor. You guys see it here. I had to tune it for a while. It's running Rg58. This is what a barrel connector connects to it. It's connected to the thing outside. We're not on the tree. We got it on the ground on a piece of object. So we got it connected to a barrel connector in the back. I think we have it here. It's not hooked to the amplifier right now. So we'll put it back together. We know exactly where we'll hook up back. So right here, the blue thing goes right into the this side here in the amplifier. We leave it on hook, so we have to do it. And the other one goes here. We got the barrel connector right there. So, and also we got the Nano VA hooked up. It's kind of touchy on this Nano VA. I just don't want to touch that yet. It's the best bet. There's our battery thing. I'm going to get over there in a second. Hold on a second. I know it's kind of late, but I guess World Radio 5539 is going to have a no live stream tonight because he's having problems with it. This is where it's connected to. I had to make it very touchy to make that thing work like that. Sometimes the SWR, the Nano VA is kind of touchy. I wish I had more of these things. If you guys want to send me a nice Nano VA, let me know. I wish you guys send me a really good large screen, but maybe Andy could donate one. But a large Nano VA would be nice because these things are fantastic things. It took a while to get it touchy that way. Sometimes it can come that way. So we got the coax connected here. Well, what I have to do before we do anything, I'm going to connect the amplifier to it. Show you. This is without the amplifier. But when I put the Rg2 connector today with the Nano VA, it showed 1.64. The SWR was pretty quite high when I hooked it up today. So it took a while to get it touched up either way. It was showing S30 SWR 30 pounds on that 30 SWR. That's what it was going. It was above that when I connect the one with the tuner with it. But that's the one from the bad coax. We have it. I think the coax is still good. We had to tune it with the tuner. It's pretty quite close to the other one. I know it's different. We'll see what happens. We'll have to look at the meters, but it should be okay. So we're going to leave it like that. So we're not going to mess with the SWR. It's pretty perfect. So they're kind of different when you have to tune these things. When you get the coax, when you hook up to Rg58U, this is the stuff with the double connectors. So this one's run on. This one runs one into the amplifier. This runs from the tuner. This actually connects to the amplifier of these two here. One runs to the tuner, one runs the other thing. So this actually runs to one of those things. It runs into one of those things too. You guys seen it a while back. So we're going to put it back together. We're going to run it back and see what we get. We have to do some tests. It shouldn't hurt anything with a tuner. It's not an automatic one. An automatic one would be a little bit better, like the one Jungle Joe has. But we got good coax, man. The coax is not bad. Because you guys know, we're at 119 on the SWR right now. We're going to show you. This is with the barrel connector on. When I took it off without the tuner, it's 1.64 on this channel. That's what the hardest you can get down to it. Especially it's over 100 foot coax. It's about 55 foot. It's like 150 coax. This is probably about almost 160 foot coax we have total with the Rg58. I'm going to show you guys in a second. Let's hope this tuner does okay, because I don't want to mess with this. I'm going to go down to channel 10 is looking good. It's all 118 across the whole boards. This is down to channel 6. That's channel 6. So nothing's changing except when you get down to channel 1 at 1.29. But it looks good. 1.20, not 1.29. So it looks good. We can go all the way down to channel 26 if we want. We can go to 805 if we want to have fun. This thing will work on 805 no problem. 805 is actually this channel down below. And that's pretty close to it. It's 1.28 on 805. That's pretty cool. We can go to media channels if you want. If we had an export radio running on the beam with the amp, we could still do that. So she's looking pretty good. It's covering all the 26 megahertz. It gets higher and below it, see. So we did it good. We can go all the way to the free band channel. That's what I like about it. But if I had a better radio system, it'd be good. So if you run it without the amp, with the tuner, it should be running with this with the anti-tone if I want to do it. To disconnect both on the amp, that's all I have to do with something like that. That usually will work, no problem. The barrel connector is the one I showed you a while back. I have used it before. So we're at 1.19 on channel 14, and when we get to channel 20, it's 119. So it didn't change that much. But you guys see it. It is looking beautiful if we stay on the tuner like this. We're gonna go, yeah, 1.20 is on channel 24. It's not too bad. It'll still work. Channel 32, 34. Yeah, looking good at channel 38. 1.2 on channel 40. So it's not bad. The box will still work. Channel 44 is looking good at 1.22. Across all the boards. 1.23 on channel 51. Yep, 1.23 is not too bad. So we're not going up that high. But we're pretty good all the whole entire thing. That doesn't include moving the beam around. This is pointing at 310 degrees on northeast direction. So this is 720. We can go up high as we want. We can go high as channel 900 with this thing. So we can go to 1.24 all the way to 900. That's beautiful. 920 is good. We can go high as we want. 960, 980. Look at that. And 28 megahertz is 1.27. That's not bad, guys. So she's working like a charm. We'll check in a couple months to see if it looks the same. We're going to hook up the amp to it. But it's not bad on channel 38 at 1.23. It's not above 1.3, 1.30, 1.3. But on this box it should be okay on channel 38 and 37. And 40 should be fine. So we're pretty quite close on the range. So I had to tune the center channel of this thing. So it's looking good. But this is actually channel 20 here. So we're back to 1.21. So it did switch itself. But it's still holding up either way. I don't know, we should tune it more. But I think we should leave it right there, not to mess with it. I don't think it's going to get any better, but it's not bad across the board. We'll hook up the quad 5 with it right now. Before I do anything. We'll hook the box to it and without turning it on, so we'll see what it does. So I'm going to stop the video for a couple minutes and we'll try again. Oh yeah, we got to hook up the amplifier. It's pretty beautiful. It's not going to blow or anything. We got it hooked up right. Make sure the connectors are good. Let's try it again. I'll pause it. I told you it made a huge difference, so I got it connected right, so everything looks good. I don't think that coax is very straight, but it's beautiful, guys. It did made better than that barrel connector. When I took the barrel connector out, it made a huge difference. When I dropped the tuner, still the same. We dropped it to 115 on channel 19. Look at that. With the amplifier on, it's beautiful with this. And we can leave it connected like that. With the barrel connector, it'll jump to 116, 115. But we got it to 116. And we're not going to get anything better than that. Let's check the whole thing in a second before we go. So 116 is good. It's just jumping on different areas. 1.23, channel 34. 1.25. 1.27 on channel 46. And looking good at the triple nickel. Triple nickel is like 1.30. We're okay. Let me try to reconnect the coax again to get it right. 1.17, it went back up again. It did, but it's kind of crazy SWRs. Could be the wind playing around with it. So I'll pause it in a second. So we're back. It dropped to 117 when we did it. We had to reconnect this, make sure. Sometimes they have those kind of readings, but it's pretty close. The connector looks alright. We're cool. Looking great. So that's the one that runs everything right. We got the tuner going. I don't want to mess with anything with the tuners. Because when you do this, when you switch to the K, it'll drop over this. And you'll see the results of that. It went to 1.25. When you go to L, you're back to 1.18. So you're not going to get anything better than 118 on the system. So we're back on the L, so position. These are what it looks like the transmission. I'll show you what you guys look like. We still got a little transmission on the side of that. And we have to look at the reflect power and all that stuff. The tuner, it looks almost quite the same before between 3. So that's what they do. They do different things when you tune them. I had that happen before down to 1.1 down there. Because it could have been the position we had that. We had the coax. It depends on the coax. We take it outside, get it up in the tree. That's going to drop some of the SWR quite a bit. But we got it on the ground right now. And we haven't sealed the coax seal. We're going to do it later tonight when we get it done. That's what we're going to do. And it's looking good. 1.18 before, it was a different result. You remember when it had the Rg213 on it. 1.17, 1.18 is not. I'm not going to mess with it. It's probably the wind doing it. So I'm going to show you the channels again. Channel 24 is 1.20, 1.21, 1.23 is on channel 26. 2.4 is on channel 28. 2.5 is on channel 30. 1.26 is on channel 32. Channel 34 is actually 1.27. We want to leave it flat as like this. 1.28 is on channel 36. 1.29 was on channel 38. So it's not going to get any better. Channel 40 is channel 1.29. I like to get this thing down quite a bit. Maybe we could try to tune it. But 44 is looking good. 50 is okay. We need to drop this SWR for a minute so we can mess with it. So I'm going to go to channel 38 to get it down somehow. 38, we need to get that channel a little bit down. I'll be right back in a second. We'll stop for a minute. We'll pause it. Let's take a look at the SWR result. We had to tune it a while ago. This is what the amplifier built into it now. So we changed it. We got it down to here. The transmitter looks okay. You guys can see it. And the antenna is a little bit about around between 3. That's about the same result as the other one. The transmission is probably what it does. It'll still transmit between those. So it sets to K, but K is the one, it'll work on K and L. K will jump it up a little higher, a little bit between 1.3 SWRs on some of the channels. L is the perfect position for this one. This is the antenna tuner's name. If you guys see it up there, that's the tuner's name. So we're going to go look at the channel we did today. And we got it with the box hooked up already. So let's do this to cut this down so you guys can take a look at the results. And I'll give you a good glimpse. We'll turn that down a bit. There we go. We're on channel 27 on channel 1.28 it is, right? And we can still go to the free band channels to 805. 805 can go right down 1.3. We can still talk on 805. 805 is right about here. 1.36 is not bad. We can go almost all the way down to the board down here, down to 26. Way down here. We can go all the way down to 26,500. That's beautiful, guys. Yeah, we can go all the way down here, but we can go part of the 26 megahertz band. We're going to go back all the way up here. This is channel 20. No, that's channel 6. 1.27 is not bad. We can still transmit on that. 1.26 on channel 4. What is that channel? This is pretty close here. This is close to channel 11. It'll still work at 1.25, but the Mako does a little bit better. So we haven't changed that one bit. And it's looking good on that 1.25 is not bad on channel 11. And that's actually channel 12 is right here at 60, I think it is. Channel 11 is pretty close on the same thing. That's almost close to here. 1.24. Looking good on that channel. That's close to channel 17. And this is channel 20. 1.21 is not too bad. So we're looking good on the results. So I don't want to mess with it. This is channel 22, looking good. 24 is looking good, 1.20. Channel 26 is looking good at 1.20. Channel 28 is looking good at 1.19. Channel 30 is looking good at 119. 32 is looking good at 119. This is including pointing the antenna 310 degrees northwest direction toward British Columbia. Looking good on channel 34. 36 is looking good. 38 is looking beautiful. 118, you can't get any better than this. It's better than my old results I had. Channel 40 is 118. Looking good. We can go to 42, 44, all the way to the free band channels. 48, this is the Jamaican zone. Looking good on that. Oh, this is what I wanted to be in this zone. Triple nickel's pretty good on this one. Looking good on all the channels to 600. We're starting to drop like a fly on this one. Looking good all the way to 900. It can work with the Kenwood. No problem with this. If you have the tuner on it. If you disconnect the amp, that's kind of different. This is with the amp on right now. We can go all the way to 28 megahertz, looking good. So we're going to go back down here. It's all 117 across the board. Though we're looking good on channel 38. It's looking beautiful. And I'm going to go back down to channel 20. 20 is actually the center of the channel. So it's looking good at 1.2 zone. I'm not going to mess with it, but we're pretty good. And we'll check it a little bit later. We're going to check it on the quad 5, what it looks like on the meter. See if it's right. I'm going to stop this right now. But if you guys want to donate me some Rg58 or Rg8, let me know. I got the beam antenna hook on with the box here. With this, I tried a different way. I tuned it with the tuner. This is what it looks like on the results. And it's 1.2 on channel 37, but it's a little higher on the other channels on channel 19, like 1.3. I'll show you in a second. It's that big long coax that run that outside. I'll show you in a minute. See, it's 1.2, but all the other channels, we're going to go up here. That's how I tune the SWR. This is the actual SWR system. 1.2 on channel 38. This is 55-foot wire. Total 155 foot of Rg213 coax and running into. But yeah, it's actually showing all those results. Now I'm going to hook it back up to the NAVGA because when I took it off, the SWR was pretty high. So I tuned with the tuner a while ago. The results look very different from what we had before. We tune it between there. I had to tune it with the quad 5. That's the accurate SWR. This thing is pretty accurate on the SWR of the quad 5 Top Gun. So it could be the NAVGA. We'll have to look at it in a few minutes, see what it looks like. Audio 1.2. It's looking good. 1.2 on channel 40. And I'll show you what channel 1 looks like. Yeah, that's the problem with channel 1 is. And you can tune that down with a tuner if you want. But I'll show you on the upper 3 channels. I'm not running an amplifier. I got the amplifier connected to it. But when you connect it it's connected to the amplifier. And I don't turn it on for this radio. It might blow it. It's 1.2 on this channel. When it goes to 2.2, 1.2. It's down 1.1, 1.2 on channel 43. So that's how you know the beam's working. It's down to 1.1 on channel 455. It's looking good on all the free band channels. Looking beautiful on this channel. I never trimmed the antenna at all, but we got a 55-foot coax in the house running to the barrel connector out there too. We don't have anything on it right now, but that's what it's looking like. We can go to free band channels with this bad boy. There it goes. And yeah, we're at 1.2 on channel 50. Looking good on the Jamaican channels. See that? Looking good on all those channels. This is what the tuner we're dealing with right now. This is how I know it. It's doing 1.2 on this. Looking beautiful. We could be up here on this channel if you want, but this is barefoot. Let me show you the SWR meter looks like. Audio. Yeah, that's what the amp on with that. That's what the amp connected to. It's fine. So we're looking good. If we're on the system with all the freeband channels with the amp running on it, it'll do fine with this. See, we're perfect on all these channels. Because I never tuned this antenna at all. We might have another tuner system, I don't know. This looks pretty good. Looking good. Looking good, that's what we're talking about. That's what the tuner looks like on this. Yeah. When I put the Rg58 on this thing, it usually will tune it, no problem with that. And that's how you do that. See, we're looking pretty good on all the channels. Look how high we're going up to. We can hit freeband all day with the beam. That's what the airspeed SWR is. Look how far this thing can go all the way up on the system. And that's without that's with the box on it where it turned off. So it should be good on 35 and 26, no problem, but yeah. Look how we're going to 1.2 on channel 80. I wish this thing would be fixed right away on the tuner, but the coax is pretty perfect on this channel, but looking good. Looking good. See? I'm going to have to go with an auto tuner for this to be okay, but everything looks good. We're not going to call for a night on this, but we're just going to do. We can get on the quad right now with the system. Looking good. See? We can go all the way to 975. This will work with the Kenwood system either way right now, but we can go to 995, and that's the highest we can go. I'll show you. We're back on channel 12, and it only shows 1.4 on channel 12. Terrible SWR, but we're at 1.4 on channel 12. We're still okay. We can still go on those channels, but on to up. You guys see it right here. Then we're going to show you the results on the Nano VA. If it looks the same. Channel 1 needs definitely to be fixed. Yeah. See, it's up to 1.7 on channel 1. But we got perfect for the ones with the channels I want to stay up there on those areas. 26 is looking good in 18. Let's check channel 18. Channel 18 is pretty still perfect. 1.3 is okay. I haven't messed with the gamma mesh since last year, but we might have to go back to Rg58, because if you guys get some of this Rg58, this is actually a Radio Shack cable here. I don't know if you guys can see it. That's what we're using. This is the one. The Rg58 is what I have from Radio Shack. That's what it was, a Radio Shack cable that ran to the barrel connector. If you guys want to donate some RG8, let me know. And we're going to run it and do some tests on that. But this coax is 55 foot long, and the coax up there is about 49 feet, between 50 feet almost on the beam down there. It's total 155 feet, and this is all this other coax do. It does make a better, different results if you have Rg58 or something better. It'll get the tuner down. But we might have to get another tuner for the system, but the tuner is still good. So it's not in bad shape. The tuner is going to work alright, because you guys can see it. Audio, audio, audio. Using about 30 watts, probably about 50 watts. We're showing high, low power. Audio, audio. And that right up there, we're talking about, we count it by 10, 1. This could be 50 watts up there too, guys. Yeah, about 50 watts right there. It's not 100 watts, that's usually 50 watts. Audio. So we switch it back on high. Audio. That's about 35 watts, 40 watts. This is about 45. That's 100. 100. That's 50. That's 40. 35 watts. Or it could be 50. But usually when the amplifier will go all the way up there. But it's probably because we're having what it is. It's swinging good. But the problem with this thing is the coax we're having to deal with. The coax is in good shape. It probably is too long for the system, 55 foot, that runs to 155 feet. I might have to cut that down to almost another 50 feet to get it down. But maybe that's what it is. Or we should change this to Rg58 or Rg58 back what we had before. When we had this before, we never had a problem with that. But the connectors are fine, they're okay. And it's probably way too much Rg213, or we need to change it to Rg8 and run a bunch of Rg58s. But if you guys want to donate some Radio Shack coax 50 foot Rg58, I'll take that right now, or Rg8. It should be able to work with this okay. But when I ran Rg58U, this is Radio Shack cable, that's the one that snapped. And it ran these pretty good with one Rg213 out there on the beam. So, we just want to show you that. We're going to show you the SWR results again. We're going to shut off this quad 5. I did a radio check a few minutes ago. The guy heard me. So I'll stop this video and show you what's on the SWR system. Yes, it's pretty accurate, guys. It is actually correct from the quad 5 is telling the truth. The quad 5 is telling the truth with this nano PA. So we don't want to mess with it. If you guys want to give me a result, but we can keep this coax for a spare. But it's not bad shape. I think we got too long. But because when I took it off the Rg50, when I connected to the tuner, it made it a little higher when it goes up. So changing it to Rg58, Rg8 will be our best choice. But if we put it all back to Rg58, we need to get higher quality Rg58 quality coax. I don't care if it has the seal in it, if you guys had some of the seal inside of it. But it will not pull out the tree next time. If you guys want to donate 50 foot of Radio Shack coax, let me know. But it'll bring the tuner back in business either way. But we can always keep this Rg58. We have to might have to cut the coax down to maybe another 50, down to 40 feet on this coax here. But I don't know. But because it was like 55 foot, because when I ran to my house with the Rg58 was, we had it almost till, when I had it, it was like 50 foot Radio Shack coax cable that went through the beam antenna. It was good results, but wish it was a higher quality Rg58. Something doesn't break off, but high quality Rg58 would be a nice choice, someone who can get it out there. But the Radio Show coax did good, because when you tune it with the tuner, it stays perfect with Rg58 if you try it out. But wish they make it higher quality coax. But it's doing good with the coax, but now you guys see the results. The Quad 5 Top Gun is telling the truth. So that thing is your accurate SWR. It is definitely telling the truth, okay? It is definitely telling the truth, because that thing is like a lifesaver to my life. It is definitely telling the truth. So you guys can see it. So I'm going to disconnect here, wait for a few days if anyone helps out. Tomorrow's my birthday, so you guys know, I think it's already my birthday now. Today's my birthday. I've been working on this for a couple hours. And I'll probably go seal this coax up. I'm not going to do any coax seal tonight. And maybe somebody can help me out for my birthday to get a better coax system. But maybe another Rg58 50 foot will get me back on the air. It doesn't take that long. Or we can get a better antenna tuner. But but I think my coax is too long for Rg213, but it works. It is a good coax, but it's not bad. So I tuned it down with the tuner. When I took it off the thing, it was like 1.6 on the SWR. So I might have to try to decide to get another Rg58, go with it for a while until we need to change the whole coax system. So it's actually pretty accurate, guys. I tuned it with the quad 5 when I used the SWR, but it's actually pretty accurate. We don't want to mess with this too bad, but it's going to do channel 38 when I want. But I think our coax is too long, but it should get out pretty good with the results with the amplifier. I'm going to look at 1.28 on channel 22. 1.26 on channel 24, 1.25 on channel 26. They'll be able to talk to Rooster. 1.23 is great, but I'm gonna get this thing sealed up. I'm not gonna put in coax sealing tonight. We need to hold off until we need to do something right. 1.21 on channel 30. Channel 32 is looking good. 1.20. 119 on channel 34, looking beautiful. 1.18 is channel 36, looking good on 36. 38 is looking good at 117. 116 is looking good on channel 40. 42 is looking at 115. I want to get it that low. And there we go, 440, looking good. It's looking good across the board, guys. You guys can see it. Let's go back to channel 20. So looking good, guys. So we're going to stop this video. And for a while, I'll show you what's outside in a second. We're going to take you outside and show you, look at it. We got it hooked up here. I'll show you in a second. Let me get my flashlight out here. I've been working on this all day. I took the coax off. We're going to seal it up with some Ziploc ties, or either way. Let me pause the video for a second. And let me take you guys back outside and show you what it's hooked up to. You guys see the coax. I don't think the coax is bad. I'm going to go take a walk at night. You guys ain't going to see nothing. And I'll show you what it looks like. We might have to disconnect this cable, call it for tonight, and try again later. And I need to seal this up with some garbage bag and everything good. I'm sorry, but if you guys want to donate some Rg58 to my channel, let me know, or Rg8. Only like 50-foot needs, but when that cable snapped, but I got it up in that tree, you guys can see it. Hold on a second, let me brighten this back up. There we go. Let me guys show you in a second. There we go. There's our connector right here. You guys see it when I took it off. It is in great shape, guys. I took it off for rotate around 9 o'clock and even around 8 o'clock. It's looking good, but I'm going to put something over this today. I'm going to disconnect this cable and put something on this hard end. Don't let it get water in it. I'm going to make sure it's sealed. Don't let it get hit. But we got that ladder out there, you guys can see. You can't see it there in the background. But we got the SW tuner. I'm going to go look at what the amp was going to look like. See what it does on the quad on the President Grant. See if it does swing. I'm going to take a look at it for a second. Try talking it. See what it does. But I don't think we should actually put an Rg58 on this coax. On this end, right here, we're talking about right here. This is an Rg58. This is the alpha. So I'm going to put this on the trash bin and get it sealed before we get out of here. But I need like an Rg58 that goes to this. And it will be fine back in tune, back to normal. So the Quad 5 Top Gun is actually pretty accurate on the SWRs. I'm going to let you know. They're pretty accurate. If you have one of those radios, and it has a lot of great things like that. So I'm going to stop this video for a couple minutes, and maybe we'll show the result what it looks like on the President Grant. Watch this. We're okay. Audio, audio, audio. So we're probably going to go back to the Rg58 soon. Audio, audio, audio. Audio, audio. It's looking good on the SWR system. So I'll catch you guys later. But I'm going to be disconnecting this coax, so you guys know that. Conditions have not been all that great today. Horrible. Let's go back down to here. Let's go to channel 19. Get a radio check on it. It's usually 1.3 on that channel, but the amplifier should be fine on that channel at 1.3. I'm going to take that down there. Let's say give a radio check to the man out there. We're on channel 19 on the AM. Breaker 19 for a radio check. You don't want to go above 5 or 10. Just don't go above at least 10 on that. 5 is okay. Breaker 19 for a radio check. Yeah, that's what we got to fix it. When it goes that high to reflect 5, that's how you guys know. But it's usually 1.3. Watch what it does. Audio, audio. Yeah, it's almost 1.2, 1.3, but we need to get this thing tuned the right way. But it's going to work for 38 right now, but I need to wait for it till we need to change out this coax back to an Rg58, and we probably be okay. If you guys want to put an Rg8 in it, it probably will work this tuner good. So it's probably too long for an Rg50, for Rg213 55 foot, but I might have to go get this one for $40, and we'll be back on the air in one day. And it's a Radio Shack cable that I had before, and that's what snapped. It was one of my I used on my antennas back in Utah, 50-foot coax of Rg58. That's what I need, or Rg8 would be good, and it might get better results on the SWR. The SWR was a lot lower than this, but it's still pretty good for Rg213. I always can keep this for a spare for the beam antenna in case it goes out, more coax either way. But that's the only thing we need to get this thing back on. But the Quad 5 was accurate with the SWR, and this thing is accurate. So if you guys want to donate something, let me know. I'm going to be disconnecting this later, but we'll come back on the air this week, but I don't know. But I wanted to see this thing drop the SWR. We got all these Rg58s connected to it, that's it. But when I took this off, the SWR went a little higher. Then when you put it on Rg58, the SWR went a lot lower. That's how this thing works. But if we put an Rg8 on it, but I think I'd rather have Rg58 and high quality coax that runs from outside inside here to that thing in the middle thing right there. You guys have some high quality coax on Rg58, something like a large size like that, but I think that's my best result right now. And we'll get low SWR and be coming out pretty good, but the Rg213 is still good shape. We could always keep this for a bit share coax, I don't know, but maybe we should cut the coax down to 50 feet to get it down to the SWR we want it for the Rg213, to cut that 55 foot down to 50 foot, and it'll have a 100 foot coax. Instead you have this other 18 foot coax still runs. But how I got this thing down low for before is when I had Rg58 with 50 foot Rg213 to the beam, and when I tuned this tuner right, it is spot on. and we could put it back on the same result we had on the video a couple of weeks ago before we had that tree land on my house. So I might have to go with the Rg58 real soon, or Rg8. But maybe we can keep this coax. The coax is still good shape. We could always hook this up to a third antenna system later on. Who knows? So we got the one on the maker with the Rg58. We could always use that one to run it to the thing outside. But I did a lot of hard work on that. So I just showed you the SWR results. It's looking good on 38 in all those channels. It shouldn't have no problem going up to that channel with the connector what I made. And you guys saw the tuner result. It is the same results on the Quad 5 Top Gun, because I'm going to let you know the Quad 5 would be a good result to do. But it actually kept me at 100 watts, same result. But when I had the Rg58, this thing will go up a little higher above 100. Rg58 kept me up a little higher, right up in this area when it was good coax. It kept me right about in this range. Sometimes it bounces up, sometimes it bounces down. But you see, I saw the result. So we might have to go back to the Rg58 to run that same thing we have to do. So I'll catch you guys later. UDX362 East Tennessee. Was just trying to show you, but I'm not going to seal it up until we need to get this thing ready to go. But I was trying to figure it out, but we know the coax works, but it's still good shape. But we have a lot of Rg58 in here, and when I ran Rg58 with a 50-foot Rg213, that actually works. So these tuners are really good, and you get a little bit better wattage from it, but it doesn't reflect a lot of power on it. When you see this little flight that goes up to here, that's what I'm talking about right there. You don't want to go above at least 10. If you're below 5, you're okay. Between here, you're alright. So it's looking okay, but I'll catch you guys later. UDX362 over Knoxville, Tennessee. And we're just doing this at this late at 12:45 in the noon hour at this hour. Today's my day. And I think tomorrow night will be my B day on OTR Saturday. So, what day is this? Saturday? It's actually is a yeah, that's right. It's Saturday today. Tomorrow night will be for my B day on Sunday when it hits midnight tomorrow night. So I'll catch you guys later. UDX362 over Knoxville, Tennessee. If you guys want to donate something for my birthday, let me know. My birthday ain't until tomorrow on the 3rd, but who knows. Maybe you guys will donate some Rg58 50-foot coax like Radio Shack. This thing will run pretty good. I can retune this back to like I had before on the knobs, and that's what it is. It makes like they do something very different for connectors. I'm sure Jungle Joe is running an Rg213 with an auto tuner that's running on something either way that does that. I don't know how he does setup, but when I got this thing working with the Rg58 with the Radio Shack running to Rg213 and all these Rg58s, they're still good coax in good shape. And we have this right here pretty good. This keeps the stuff. We might have to take this off for the Rg58 that goes outside. That's the only thing how I have to do with this guy. But I'm trying to think right now. Maybe we should get another tuner, or who knows. I'm trying to figure that out right now, but my best is go back with the Rg58 or Rg8, and we should be able to be okay. But it gave me a little bit oomph on the amplifier, right above, a little above 100. But if I was doing 200 watts at the same time, who knows? But maybe this coax is too long right now. But it's still good. I still can keep this for another system to use it on, or use it for. Keep it for the beam antenna for another 10 years. We could change that out. It'll still have the same result as the other one. But we got one on the Maker 5000 with the Rg58 up there. It's still good, but that coax still go bad. But this coax won't go that bad for 10 years. But I'm still trying to figure that out. So I'll catch you guys later. UDX362 over Knoxville, Tennessee. And we'll bring out more videos soon.